Sorry, John. It's okay.
Come in for a $2 medium latte or cappuccino from 2 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'.
Well, people, I don't know how to really explain what really has gone, what's going on, what happened to me, and even now it's harder to explain because I feel like I've known this my whole life. And I feel like I've seen this so many times beforehand. And I cannot begin to tell any of you how, any of this happened.
Get him down!
It's... shit. I can explain it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired that it's not even funny. So I will explain as best to my ability. So, for the past
Why are you here?
2 weeks,
I have no business to be here.
I've had the same conceptual dream and nightmare that has proven to be the most darkest part of my memory. It's been the darkest part of my memory. And even now,
They think it's inside Joseph. They believe the evil is upon us. We kill them.
I can't even...
Baron? You believe it's inside Joseph. Now please, go.
I believe what I saw, and what I saw felt so horrible. It felt so horrible. Just seeing everything, it was just so painful. So, at first, I'm standing alone and out of just nothing. Just, I'm standing in a room, in a black room, right? At first, I'm calling out, see if anyone's there. I get no answer. All of a sudden, I hear a voice, unfamiliar, couldn't tell who it was or what it was, and the voice was talking to me, talking about, you need to accept it, and it kept saying it over and over and over, and I kept hearing more voices saying the same thing, you must accept it, you must accept it, you must accept it. So at one point, I just collapsed to my knees, and I'm just like, fuck, I gotta make it stop. And out of nowhere, I see a door, open up out of nowhere. And then I see, a person, walk through the door towards me. And the person didn't show their face until later. The person was it sounded like multiple voices in one person. You know what I'm saying? So the voice carried me with them, I walked alongside the person and I saw like a hallway with like infinite amount of doors everywhere, like on the ceiling, on the floor, on the walls, just everywhere. And then the voice began to become more clearer to me, and I was just confused and scared. I didn't know what to think. I'm just like, am I dying? Am I getting ready to go to hell? Like, that was literally the first question I came up with, and I'm like, is this hell? The voice was like, you're not dead. At least not yet. So as I'm walking, the voice shows me several doors, you know, and each of them has a date, and each of them has a date to it, and it's not a date, it's really like, it has a particular like emotion like carved in the top of the door, right? So the voice is telling me, open the door. And as I open it, there wasn't any word on it at first, but when I opened it, it was me seeing my younger self and how happy I once was, and that it was me playing with the other kids at some point, and I guess something in me just like, why am I seeing this? Like, I'm right here. Like, why am I seeing my younger self? And then my past self acknowledges that I'm standing there. And then he tells me that he walks towards me, and as he walks towards me, he's slowly melting, like he's turning into a liquid, right? And he's telling me that you have only begun to feel true pain. And as I try to gather my younger self up, I felt something different. And as the voice pulled me through the door again, the door began to carve the word happiness. And then my age back then. And then as we continue to have a conversation, the voice is just asking me like out of questions that I could not figure out answers for. And then like I crossed through so many doors that just felt the same. Like I pretty much just I relived my entire childhood in reverse. Like I saw everything that I did, every bad memory, just every bad memory. And then the voices just keep talking to me. Like after we went through about 5 or 6 doors, just I begin to feel myself fade. Like I feel like I'm fading away. Like I'm asking, is this like the way to heaven and hell? Like, is God waiting? And I even asked the voice, like, is God waiting for me at the end of this hallway? Or is the devil waiting for me at the end of this hallway? And then the voice just answers me, that's up to you. Or rather, whatever happens to you, that is. And the voice begins to laugh, like, so I try to fight, like I try to, fight who the voice was. And the voice is telling me, you don't accept what you are, dude. And I keep screaming at him, what does it mean? What do you mean? What does any of this mean? So, as the voice grabs me by my throat and throws me to the ground, the voice tells me you have one door left to open. Open that and you will have your answer. So as I walk to the door, there's no doorknob. Instead, it's just a wooden door with my name carved in the very top of it. And it's like worn down, scratched up, it's old. And then it has the word current. So I tell the voice, I can't open this. How can I open a door with no way, with no handle? And then as I turn around to look at the voice, I see my younger self. And my younger self is just continuously telling me, my younger self begins to cry. And he tells me that I didn't want to become me. I wanted to be a good boy. I wanted to be mommy's little man. Why couldn't we have been that? Why is it that I turned into what you are? And then the younger me even asks, why am I still alive? Like, why are you the one that's living? I'm the one that's dead. And at first I didn't think about it. And then it hit me. And I told my younger self, like, you're far from dead. In fact, you're as a part of me as the hands that I use. And I told him that, like, and I asked him, do you feel like I buried you underneath all of the bad memories that happened? Like, all of the bad shit. He's still crying. He's saying, yeah. Like, I miss everyone. I wish everyone could have just been friends. I wish I could have been friends with everyone again. I wanted to be something greater. I wanted to be everybody's friend. Somebody that they could rely on. And then from that point, I realized something. I've become the ideal nobody. No friends. Family is almost non-existent. The only thing I have personally that is, well, honestly, I can't even really say that. Like, even being a dad, it's an obligation. You know, being there for someone else, being able to help someone else so they can get out of there, you know, even if it's a conversation or something financial, like helping someone else get their life together instead of me getting mine together. It's more of how to accept it. And before I woke up, and this just happened like maybe a few minutes, like almost 30 minutes ago, my younger self even asked me, like, how can you accept me when you won't accept yourself? So I patted my younger self on the head and told him, we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. And I said, whatever happens, no matter how life goes for us, we'll bounce back, right? And from that point forward, I watched my younger self fade away. And just as he faded away completely out of sight, he told me, I'm gonna hold you to that promise. And I woke up. I realized that my younger self is hurting. Like, he's hurt pretty bad. Like, the acting out, the bullying, run-ins with the law. My younger self is just fucked up. Like, he's just not happy with what it turned into. But the most I can say is that I try. Shit, I try. You know, I tried that day. That's all I can do. Can't do anything else. I didn't really know how to explain any of this. I didn't even feel like writing it down. So it's just, maybe I should just make a video about this shit. And here we are. I know it's not my destiny to be a musician. It's not my destiny to be a YouTuber. It's not my destiny to be really anything famous. You know what I'm saying? I'm destined to just die. That's all it is. I'm destined to die. Like, every misdeed, every sin, every corrupted form that I've ever taken has come back to prove I'm infinitely cursed to be a nobody. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and not take the blame for it, because it is 100% my fault. Like, my own son's mother doesn't even trust me with my own kid. Like, I'm not even a good enough person to be around. And I see that. Like now I know why I cut myself off from both reality and the people around it, because there's nothing there. Like, there's nothing. Like, friends? No. Family? No. The idea of being happy in general is the biggest enigma to me since finding out that people have deities that they worship, or wondering where we all go when we shut our eyes forever. I can't. What's up? I can't. So, I made this decision. I'm done. I just want to fade back into the shadows. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm done. That's all there is to it. And I still have unreleased videos to put up, but after that, I'm done. So, I want to tell you guys thank you. It's been fun. It's really been fun. But I think it's time to put an end to this. Like, no suicide and all that shit. Like, I'm tired. You know? I'm tired of fighting to be a somebody when everyone around me has said I'm a nobody. The people closest to me, family members. And it's funny. It's funny that I don't even have depression. Yet, that shit, knowing that shit is depressing. Like, I don't have depression, but this shit in general is depressing. You know, just trying to call it quits. That's it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But thanks for the memories, though. Really, it's been fun.